Oh God, I'm invisible. Hey Charlotte, what's up? Hey everyone, welcome, Charity Champs, King Alpha Ivano and Lacerto. And possibly everyone else who's lurking. Welcome. Welcome, boys! What's up? What is up? Okay, you're on screen now. Forgot to set up the chat window. Man, my tech issues. My tech issues as of late are absolutely fucking completely. Happy Saturday, Herr Pünktlich. Hey, I am on point. You know the old saying. Nor it never is too late, nor is she too early. Precisely arrives when he intends to. That is exactly Orc, right? The Orc boys are back. We are. Alright. Today marks the day that we start a new journey when it comes to visual novels. You may have heard it, may have seen it. You're going to read Higurashi. Woo! Higurashi is a visual novel by Ryokishi07. The man, the myth, the legend, who started actually out with, I think he started out with Higurashi. I'm not too content on that, but I think he did. And did recently Silent Hill F. F stands for fuck me, am I right? And got some mainstream recognition off of that. And probably made a very divisive Silent Hill because from what I've seen on Twitter, that game was very divisive. I thought we were gonna play 922 in Polish, so I will have an excuse for not making sense. I'm not reading this. I'm not reading this in Polish ever again. 922 is a chapter we're gonna put aside forever in a box and we'll just leave it there, right? But oh yeah, right. I wanted to advertise something to you because a lot of stuff is happening in the background, and I wanna share something with you. I want you to welcome in the family. Please welcome a new channel that I've created today. And we are on Odyssey now, so check that out. It's Odyssey. Odyssey is a alternative video platform from of YouTube. Has been around for a little bit. Yeah. What I plan on doing is I want to transfer over all the best streams that I did and all the best playthroughs that I did. So I'm probably gonna ask you what you want to see on there. So this is more a curated archive of Orco's best streams. And no, 922 is absolutely not gonna be on there. Actually, it should be. In my videos, and maybe I do some exclusive content over there too, just to emphasize it a little bit more, because I feel like YouTube is going titties up, very much titties up. So if anything happens to this channel, you'll find me on Odyssey. I'm not gonna do a new YouTube channel if this one gets banned and I can't get it unfucked. So yeah, just a heads up. Another thing that I want to highlight again is check out the merch that we have at the moment. I know that one of you already did that, checked it out and even got something. Which is super nice, super awesome of them. And yeah, just if you want to check out the merch, check it out. It's good. I'm very, very much behind it. So yeah, this is that. Okay. Advertising time over. I am very, very happy to get now into Higurashi. And to read it to you. Also, Charlotte, I'm doing good. Welcome. So yeah. Let's do some reading and watch some anime girls cry. That's probably somebody's fetish. Oh, heck yeah. Look at that tracking on that shirt. I need to look at that tracking on that shirt. Pizza. So as you see, I've set it up a little bit different because this is actually a fairly old visual novel. And it has that smooth 4x3 format that old CRTs had. I miss old CRTs. And I scrambled a bit of an overlay together with a cicada on top and a little bit Japanese thingies on the bottom. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. And I think I'm just gonna start because I configured everything today. At least I think I did. And I think we just dive right in. Welcome to the world of Higurashi When They Cry. The Onikakushi arc will be the opening, inviting you into this world. Don't play tough. Please just enjoy life in Hina Mizawa to the fullest. The difficulty is extremely high, but I hope you will enjoy the reward. Start. Jesus Christ. Cheers. So what's better than hanging out with you guys, reading stupid shit, and drinking soju? And I didn't read it. I was busy getting drunk. This is a work of fiction. Yeah, we know. 1983. Sex. Okay, yeah, you got a point there. If I was going to be ripped apart anyways, having my body ripped apart would have been far better. I trusted her. No, I still trust her. Even in this very moment, I trust her. But I'm starting to realize I only wanted to trust her because I refused to accept the truth. It was as if was trying to convince myself that mechanical repetitious sound finally stilled and everything fell silent. Only the cry of the cicadas remained annoyingly loud, and yet I felt as if I could hear her voice. But that's not possible. She's no longer speaking. Hey, Crumb! The only one crying is me. She never cried. Even when she repeated those words over and over again, she never expressed any emotion, because there were none to show. If she had no tears to shed for me, then why is pain my eyes getting moist? Wait, give me a second. This isn't right. That's enough, right? Inside me, an inner voice whispered gently. My spirit had suffered enough, and countless times I'd wavered over whether I should just throw the battered thing away. Except I've stubbornly refused to do that, haven't I? I'd feel better if I just threw it away. Even knowing that, I choose to believe, didn't I? Only I can understand the painful struggle and appreciate it. Hey, me? I've tried more than enough. I'll acknowledge that much. So, isn't it all just right to take away? Take the easy way out? Besides, I'm not throwing it away. I'm leaving it behind with her, like the flowers by a grave. Now then, calm your nerves. Even though you can't feel your right arm, just lift it up, and with your every swing, forget a little bit more. That kindness made me happy. That adorable smile brought me joy. I liked petting your head. I loved how demure you were. Because this will be the last time. Because when I swing this down, I'll forget this is my first and last bouquet for you. Perhaps I really did love you. Ryukishi's stories become even more disturbing. He says that he drew on his experience while working as a social worker. Shit, dude. This is fucking... Oh, God. Okay, so I'm gonna make this a little bit quieter. And I'm gonna take the message speed a little bit back. Because I'm an old man, I can't really read all that well. And that should be it. Okay, close. Somebody has been apologizing for a while now. I wonder what she's apologizing for. It felt wrong to eavesdrop, so I tried to ignore it. It had been a while since I'd last went to the city. I only returned to attend the funeral of a relative. Even though I'd lived there until last month, I found the bustle of the city to be overwhelming. Those skyscrapers and the multi-lane roads. The melodious cacophony of the crosswalk. Even the campaign speeches blaring in front of the station felt nostalgic. The place where I live now isn't nearly as lively. There's only the chirping of the locusts and the babbling of brooks. And the cry of the Higurashi, the evening cicadas. Still pretty loud though. On stream. Given some of the characters' arcs in Higurashi and the entirety of Silent Hill F, I choose to believe the guy has seen some shit. He probably has. He probably has. Rather than making me feel lonely, that quietness had begun to instill a sense of serenity. I feel like we are always having like this very romanticized portrayal of Japan here in the West, or at least in a certain subset where people think like Japan is like an utopia. But I think this isn't really true, because I feel like under the surface there's a lot of fucked up shit in that country. Like in every country. There's a lot of countries that are not really up to snuff. But yeah. Especially when it comes to the social aspects of Japan. The fucked up shit is what makes it a utopia. I don't think child abuse makes it a utopia. Hello, Earnut. Welcome in. The weeps that think Japan can do no wrong. But hey, this year they had teens beating homeless to death. And a myriad of child abuse cases. Oh. Oh no. Child abuse is a mental illness. There is nothing where I'm living now. I don't just mean there aren't any burger joints. There aren't even vending machines. No music stores, no restaurants, and no arcades. Even an ice cream parlor would be unlikely. The nearest town has some stuff like that, but it's an hour away by bike. But come to think of it, it wasn't really a big deal. There were music stores and arcades and ice cream parlors, but it wasn't like I ever hung out at any of them. I had lived in the city for 10 years and never once been to an ice cream parlor. I should have gone at least once. It's only now that I'm starting to regret that a little. Somebody's still apologizing. What is she apologizing to? She's apologized so much. So just forgive her already. There's no reason anyone should ever need to apologize so much. I started to feel a bit annoyed at whoever was refusing to forgive her. No matter how bad the mistake, there's nothing that can't be forgiven. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's a quote that's gonna age like fine milk. There's no such thing as an irreparable mistake. Oh, you are so wrong, dude. You just need to be more careful next time. She's still apologizing even now. Then, has she really done something that can't be fixed? I have no idea what she's done. But if it can't be fixed, then that's all the more reason to forgive her. No matter how much she apologizes, nothing will change. But even so, she keeps apologizing in such a heartbreaking voice. Hey, you, the one she's apologizing to. Why don't you just go ahead and forgive her? She's apologizing in such a pathetic voice. Hey, Ichi, we're almost there. Wake up. I was finally aroused from my nap by my father's prodding. Flashbang. Oh, this is beautiful. I love the backgrounds already. Keiichi, we are almost there. Wake up. It seemed the train had reached its final stop. We'd spent hours riding everything from the bullet train to the local routes. It was hard to believe that the landscape beyond the window and the city I was in half a day ago were in the same country. No, that they were even from the same era. From there, we'd take a car deeper into the mountains. Past where the dense forest encroaching on the mountain road suddenly opened up. I hope this one will be a good read. The other one with cats and dogs was confusing and without context. This one is probably gonna be really good. Really, really good. Yeah, and the other one we didn't even finish it. I put a break on that one last week and said, you know what? I ain't doing that shit. And yeah, didn't do that shit. There, where I live now, Hinamizawa. It's also kind of interesting that almost all games that Ryokishi 07 writes are set in like backwater Japan. I feel like there's a theme there too. Because that's what he's the most familiar with. Yeah. The other one was kind of lame. That's very very gracious of you to say. I called it shit last week. Even though we were approaching summer, the morning air had still a frigid bite. Although in exchange, you could fill your lungs up with crisp, clean air. Flipping open the window, I was greeted with a verdant expanse. Nothing but trees. The neighboring house was far away on the other side, so I was probably the only one enjoying that view and that air. I filled my lungs with another deep breath. Since I started living in Hinamizawa, I learned that even air had its own taste. Yeah, it's true too, but sometimes you just gotta say how you feel. It was just not for me in the end. And yeah, I needed to move on. That's probably the best thing that we can do. Just move on and do something different, something more fun. I quickly finished getting ready for school and headed downstairs for breakfast. I quickly finished getting... my mother was the only one there. My father was nowhere to be seen. So they're doing the old trickaroo too. They take real IRL photos and smear like fucking filters over it. That's like visual novel backgrounds 101. If you don't have a budget, just make Higurashi. Just take a photo, smear filters over it, hope for the best. He was probably up working until the early morning. To be fair, this is from early 2000s. One of the VNs that did start this trend. Yeah, I can see why, because it's probably relatively cheap to do. And this is not to knock them or anything. It's just how I feel about it. And this is also how I will go about my visual novel. Because I don't have any other choice. I could hire a background artist. I don't have money. It's just a thing, you know? I'm saving up to pay for the second character at the moment. It's a bit of a save, I can tell you that. Dad had a rather unconventional job as a painter. It's such a laid-back profession. Get up when you want, sleep when you want, and work when you want. It works though, it absolutely does. When I'm bored, I do origami. Nice. I was so jealous of that easygoing lifestyle. I even wrote for school that I wanted to be a painter when I grew up. Dad was ecstatic about that. It was just because it looked easy. I'd never tell him that, though. Mom let breakfast out on the table. Seaweed, pickled vegetables, raw egg, grilled salmon. Jesus Christ, that is a fucking breakfast, alright? My mom was such a good cook, it was scary. A perfect, immaculate, ideal breakfast. Unlike my dad, who didn't even know the meaning of the word schedule, my mom never squandered any time or effort. She hummed a little tune as she brought over the miso soup. Seemed like she was in a good mood today. I'm so happy you've been waking up early since we moved here, Keiichi. If I don't wake up early, I won't have time to eat breakfast. I thought I was being cute, responding with wisecrack after being praised for being good. Full bowl of rice, or will half be enough? Pile it on. First, I savored the steaming hot rice with the seaweed. After that, I covered it with the egg. Between the bites of rice, I enjoyed the crunch of the pickles. Not bad at all. Excellent as usual. Fuck, I'm getting hungry. What the fuck is this? I thought this was a horror visual novel, not something that wants me to fucking eat over here. Watching me clean my plate, Mom gave me a warm smile. I'm so happy you haven't skipped breakfast ever since we moved here, Keiichi. I was not a morning person when we lived in the city. I slept right until the last minute before school and rarely ate breakfast. Boycotting the breakfast Mom made me each morning. That was probably the only way I could protest being forced to attend cram school. I guess that was what you'd call my rebellious face. I wouldn't so much as look at the breakfast she woke up early every day to make. It does sound very delicious, actually. But I think he said the egg was raw, but I'll take that too. I'd eat it. I love the original spaghetti carbonara, not the shit with like cream and ham in it. Like real pork belly and fucking raw egg. That is real carbonara. I wouldn't much, wait. I guess that was what you'd call my rebellious face. I wouldn't so much as look at the breakfast she woke up early every day to make. If I could go back in time, I'd slap myself. Mindful of the time Mom rushed me along with a wide grin. Isn't it about time to meet up with Rena-chan? I would throw hands if somebody attempts me to serve me carbonara with cream. That ain't it. It's like the substitute version of carbonara, where they just use cream. And there's a lot of restaurants that still do it, at least over here. So you have to be careful how you order your carbonara. It's the food safe version, yeah, exactly. And it ain't it. I agree. Carbonara is only good if it's the OG version. There's like nothing else there. Can't have carbonara without raw egg. It's like tiramisu, the same. Like, I'd throw hands too, you know? Italian cuisine is like, mwah, mwah. They know their shit. Been making it for years the old way and never got sick. Not rocket science. I like lasagna. Lasagna is great too. I had pre-made a supermarket. Keep knockoff food ready to bake, eat, cook. I mean, sometimes I just use it when I'm lazy, but not all the time. Like maybe once a month. It's okay then. Sometimes I just prioritize my own laziness. Isn't it about time to meet up with Rena-chan? Hurry, hurry. Mom really seemed to enjoy the fact that her son was going to school with a girl. Rena is one of my classmates. She really loves looking after people, coming to meet me every day without fail. That way I looked at it, a guy my age walking to school with a girl was just lame. But well, keeping a classmate waiting for me every day wouldn't be very considerate. Seriously though, how long does Rena wait there for me every morning? Rena is the best girl, nothing wrong with her. Taking one last gulp of miso soup, I raced for the door. Please thank Rena-chan for the pickles. Come to think of it, those pickles weren't store-bought, were they? If I'd known that, I would have savored them a bit more. Morning! There she is! Keiichi-kun! Good morning! Her cheerful greeting was as fresh as the morning itself. You are always so early. You should try sleeping in sometime. If I sleep in, I'll keep you waiting. She's so conscientious. She is so conscientious and such a good person. This, by the way, just a little history lesson here. I hope I get this right. So, this kind of style of visual novel, was very prevalent in the 2000s and also before that, where the text was just basically on screen and you were reading like a more of a book. So they didn't really have the text boxes and everything. It was just the book on screen, essentially accompanied with visuals. And it's a style, certainly. But I find it sometimes a little bit distracting when the text goes into the character, but that's, or in the character's face like here, but that's just part and parcel with the format. They haven't, for the lack of a better term, figured it out yet, really, despite being very, very long. It's very old school. Works better with the Japanese text since it goes from top to bottom and left to right. Yeah, that is also true. It's an old format they used to use. Fate Stay Night was like this too, absolutely. And I'm not knocking it, right? It's just that this is like, I find it a little bit distracting, but as Bam Bam pointed out, normally the Japanese text would go down on the sides more and not directly into the character, because the Japanese write from top to bottom and from left to right. It's a little bit different there. So it's just a Western thing. She's so conscientious and such a good person. If that ever happens, I'll just leave you behind. This NVL style might be good for inner thoughts alongside to say box for spoken dialogue. Yeah, I can see that. You can pull that off, right? Absolutely. Yeah, it reads left to right. I'm sorry, yeah. If that ever happens, I'll just leave you behind. Keiichi-kun, you're so cold. I wait for you all the time. I'll leave you in the dust without looking back. Why are you so mean? Why? Rena had a slightly troubled look on her face. Keiichi is a piece of shit right now. He's making Rena cry. Toying with her was rather fun because of how quickly her mood changed. You asshole! I'm kidding, I'd wait for you. With those words, Rena seemed to relax. Her face flushed bright red. Thank you. I'd wait forever until you came, Rena. No matter how long. Forever? Rena turned bright red, steam rising from her head as her brain short-circuited. She will have more than one moment to regret whatever teasing he's done. Oh, he will. I know. He's gonna get like... She's especially weak to this sort of talk. Quite rare to find someone this fun to tease. Here is already the thing. I don't think this is really a spoiler. Keiichi already unveiled that for him, this is like teasing. But for Rena, this is 100% real. She thinks he would do that. Waiting forever. She takes it literally. Have you ever read a romance novel, Rena? I haven't. Never read any before. From that response, I gathered she was interested in them, but was too embarrassed to actually buy one. The whole story is there for Keiichi to essentially learn to not be a dick and be more empathetic, yeah. I couldn't imagine what happened if she did read one. She'd probably turn red and pass out. Oh, yeah, message from Mom. She said thanks for the pickles. It was nothing, you're welcome. How were they? Not too salty? She totally made the pickles herself? Poor Keiichi. 100%. She is so in love with this guy. Like, this isn't even subtle. This isn't even subtle. Like, she's so fucking enamored with Keiichi. It is absolutely insane. They weren't that salty. They were cucumbers when she brought them into her room. Actually, they had a pretty light flavor to them. It would have been fine to just be honest and say they were good, but apparently I couldn't be that forthright. I'd like to ask you something before that. Were you the one who pickled them, Rena? Or was it your mom? Huh? Why do you ask? Were they too salty? Her attitude completely changed as she began to panic frantically. Oh my god, Keiichi, you can't. Was it you, Rena, or was it your mom? Why are you asking who made them? Why? Depending on who made them, my opinion of them might change drastically. She counted frantically on her finger, trying to remember the amount of salt she'd used to pickle them. He's such an asshole! It wasn't like I was trying to tease her, but I couldn't stop myself. Guys who take pleasure in this kind of thing are probably the worst. Guys like me. Man, does he get his comeuppance? Holy shit, does he get his comeuppance? Rena nervously opened and closed her mouth over and over, trying to muster a response. It was me. Delicious. Huh? Pretty good. Just like the last ones. They went perfectly with the rice. Her face went bright red again. She was completely spacing out. It was truly a lot of fun to tease her. I pray that Rena never gets taken advantage of by some lowlife. Oh boy! Keep at it, Rena. I'll train you until you handle it like the average person. I'll train you, huh? I love... And here in business we call this foreshadowing, yeah? But no, this is something that I actually love about Ryokishi 07. You have a sentence like, I pray that Rena never gets taken advantage of by some lowlife, which is like foreshadowing to the nth degree. But there's also like some really, really interesting choice of language here. I'll train you. Keep that in mind. I'll train you. This is the subtlety that I wish I could emulate at some point. I hope I'm smart enough to do that. I admire this guy. I really do. I don't know how accurate the translation here is. But I love this. I'll train you. This is such a interesting choice of words. And it's absolutely fantastic. And as you can say, I'm gushing right now. Very deliberate wording in Silent Hill F was the same way. Yes. Or so I decided for myself. Let's go. If we keep Mion waiting, we'll never hear the end of it. Seeing as she just keeps spacing out otherwise, I called Rena back to reality so we could make our way to school. This strange, easily flustered girl is Rina Ryugu. I've only known her for about a month, but I've come to realize it's not just her name that's strange. It's crazy how much more fun I have already with this than with 922. Like, it's fucking insane. Mi-chan, good morning. Coming up to the next rendezvous point, we saw another person waiting for us. Noticing us, she waved. There she is. Big titty Mi-chan. Look at her. Look at that schoolgirl powerhouse. Ah, finally! You two are late. Usually you're the one who's late. In sharp contrast to the diligent Rina, this one marched to the beat of her own drum. She's Mion Sonosaki. For what it's worth, she's our senior and head of the class. Morning, Rina, and it's been a while, Kei-chan. How many years? It was only off 2 days. You don't say. You were so much cuter back then. I love Mion. Mion is cool. My favorite girls in the house. Mion is one of the best ones, yeah. Mion's gaze started at my chest, then dropped straight down, focusing on the point between my legs. She was saying it was my crotch that was cuter back then. Ah, she is feisty. And before you ask, to be clear, I've never actually tried to show it to her. Oh yeah, sure, huh? I've grown quite splendidly. You'd be surprised. Jesus Christ, Keiichi, you're so fucking cringe. Ah. Not only is he bigger, but he has a little mustache now. Forget what I said, he's not cringe, he's just fucking awful. Being so engorged with energy every morning is quite a problem, though. I'll introduce you next time, so be sure to greet him properly. Keiichi's just got a caterpillar to dig the hole deeper. Don't say next time. Right now it's just fine. About letting the little guy get a breath of fresh morning air. The little guy, huh? I don't think I've ever heard talk so dirty. I don't think I've ever heard talk so dirty you could smell it fouling up the morning air before. Mion sure does act like an old man sometimes. Gotcha. Time for the big reveal. Hope you don't regret it. My hand reached for the fly. Rina began to ramble in a near panic. Hey, what are you talking about? He's not little, it's proportionate to Keiichi's height. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Red-faced and flustered, Rina tried to play dumb. I don't even think she's playing dumb. I honestly think Rina doesn't even know where the children come from. Rina is like so innocent and so pure. He thinks the babies are brought by the stork. Red-faced and flustered, Rina tried to play dumb, but it was obvious she knew exactly what we were talking about. How was it? Seeing the city again? Mion switched gears, dropping the dirty talk and changing the topic to something more benefiting the pleasant morning. I only went for a funeral. I didn't have much time. So, yeah, did you look for it? That thing I asked for? You're not listening at all. I just came back from a funeral. I didn't have time to look around in the toy store. Just Toy stores and hobby shops are completely different, you know? It's really difficult to get Western stuff around here at all. Is this about games again, Mi-chan? Mion nodded proudly as Rina giggled. Yep, I wanted Kei-chan to bring me back a Westport catalog. Westport was short for Western imported games. So, Mi-chan is a reverse weeb. she's an anti-weeb. Using that abbreviation did make it sound pretty geeky. I think Mi-chan is a very, very, very small minority in this regard, actually. It's not, it is very geeky for a Japanese schoolgirl to be into Western video games. Western imported video games, nonetheless. Because, as you can imagine, there's a lot of Western video games that did not get published in Japan. It's something that was more common during the 90s and early 2000s. Nowadays, it's very different. Of course, but yeah, it was 90s and the early 2000s when this was written. And this is something some people did there in Japan. They actually imported Western games. You can't just get them to send you one in the mail, can't you? Well, I guess I have to now. I'm going to get another game full of hot action. This time, I'd like a game that's easy to understand. Leon is a board and card game enthusiast, and I hear she's collected quite a lot of different ones. According to Rina, Mion's room has kind of become a museum for domestic and foreign games. If there is a game you can think I'd understand, let me play too. Rina is probably running her own Call of Cthulhu group as we speak. And not Rina, Mi-chan. Hey, some of us, we still import Japanese games too. Oh yeah, totally. Of course. A-chan is up for it. I should warn you though, we're pretty tough. Just what I want. I play all sorts of games. I don't intend to lose. Whoa. Then we'll let you in the group. This time, I guess. Lost in exclusive Japanese limited editions. I have some very rare Saturn games here, actually. I should post more of my collection online. I really should. Mion gave her an affirmative wink, and her expression perked up even further. I thought boys preferred to, playing outside more, so I figured you wouldn't want to. Rina laughed happily. From such a friendly conversation, you wouldn't think I had moved your list in a month ago. I understood that they did all they could to make a transfer student like me feel at home. I'll have to try harder to fit in, so they won't feel like they have to try to make me feel welcome. I felt like if I acted a bit more open than I usually am, I should probably be about right for this place. This looks This looks like something straight out of Silent Hill F. The school looks just like the school in Silent Hill F. I 100% sniffer theme here too. Both take place in a small town in the middle of the mountain. Yeah, of course. I'm just highlighting it, Bum Bum. Come on. Let me be a content creator for like 5 minutes. I'm trying to make this interesting here. No! No! Orko, you can't! No! Hinamizawa was really a small village. Not only was there only one school, but there was only one class. The class encompasses all different grades and ages. There are about 30 students at different levels, and they all study in the same class. Just a little history lesson. This wasn't actually uncommon in really small villages in the past, that you had, like, if you didn't have enough students, they were all crammed into one class, and there was like maybe a teacher, if you were lucky, a second one, and they just taught fucking everything from small to big. And yeah, that's the same here. So we know we are in fucking backwater Japan here. If this is just one classroom with 30 students of all ages. I'm told that long ago there used to be a bigger school building and they had actually separate classes. However, it seems something happened to make it become a single class. And now it stayed that way out of tradition. I was shocked at first, but humans adapt pretty quickly. I've already gotten quite used to it. The sound of children playing started right from the morning. With such a lively mood, I felt more like a kindergarten than a proper school. Not that that was a bad thing. Mion, who had been walking in front of us up until then, suddenly let me take the lead. Right in front of the classroom door. So I was meant to slide the door open and enter. And enter the room first. Too bad I wasn't going for that again. To think you'd give up the lead here. You meant for this to be a test of my skills. Mion chuckled with a haughty smirk on her face. What is it with you guys? Step back, Rina. It's dangerous. She's here. Huh? Then Sakoto-chan is... Her name was Sakoto Hujo. She was a disrespectful, impudent, bossy kid. She was... The way she talks was annoying. But it would be immature to get worked up over just that. The real problem was this. Quite the obvious trap, a blackboard eraser wedged into the door. It's too obvious, Satoko. A haughty laugh came from behind the door. Excellent, Kei-chan. I guess that means you win this round. No, this is Sakoto we are talking about. I doubt this is it. After falling for such an intricate trap, since the day I transferred, I no longer let my guard down. Sakoto lied to combine a variety of traps. Traps that were simply there to baits you into the main one. Traps that relentlessly keep coming at you like a sadistic Rube Goldberg machine. The list goes on. As well as being clever, they almost never misfire. When you least expect it, she strikes. No escape, no time to relax. But by the looks of it, the razor is normal. No rocks or anything. It took a pretty heavy hit from the blackboard eraser. Loaded with rocks on my first... Shit, loaded with fucking rocks, dude. This bitch ain't pulling in her punches. She's like, I'm gonna fucking murder you, you cunt. Please die. So then why don't you just open the door and let it drop? That's what it is. That's what Satoko was after. Making me focus my attention upward. So I lifted my hand to the door. There were thumbtacks stuck to the sliding door handle with tape. A frightening trap. A potent and terrifying trap. Concealed by the blackboard eraser. An impressive combination, Satoko. But in the end, nothing more than the trivial machinations of a child. Assured of my victory, I threw the door open and stepped into the room. And got hit right in the fucking face. I felt something strange at my ankle. It was similar to the sensation of a jump rope catching on my leg. By the time I realized she had me hook, line, and sinker, it was already too late. I began to fall almost in a picturesque manner. Kei-chan, watch out! Instinctively reacting to Mion's shrill warning, I twisted my body in midair before I landed on the floor. Ow, 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 ow. An inkstone filled to the brim was placed right where I would have landed. I shuddered, imagining the situation had I landed square on it. My, what do we have here? A fair morning to you, Keiichi-san. Aren't we lively on this morning? Still sprawled in an awkward position, I was greeted by a mocking voice. Satoko, the most tragic psychopath. That was a step up from your usual trap, Satoko. I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. You're quite unlucky this morning. You little... Ow, 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 ow. It seemed I'd inadvertently sprained my back a little when I'd landed. Better than landing on the inkstone. A small, gentle hand rubbed my head. Pain, go away. Pain, go away. The small, dainty hand continues to gently stroke my head. You didn't sprain your back or anything, did you? If you rub it like this, the pain disappears. I thought about asking how rubbing my head would help my back, but I didn't. It's not so much about what you actually do. It's the thought that counts. Yeah, thanks, Rika-chan. The pain's going away now. Yeah, thanks, Rika-chan. The pain's going away now. Yay, Rika-chan, good morning. Good morning to you, Rena. Good morning to all. Rika-chan greeted each of us with an adorable bow. It was infectious. Rena, Mion, and I all bowed back. You're such a good kid, Rika-chan. So much better than Satoko. I glared over her in her direction. Satoko was whistling while rather deliberately trying to avoid eye contact. I am the very model of a good girl. I'm gonna lie, knowing this story makes it hard to not spoil shit. Yeah, it kinda does. I mean, I already spoiled a little bit of stuff, but I think I'm doing a good job so far, not to fuck up. A good girl wouldn't set those nasty traps. Nothing but lies and slander. Exactly what I picked up Satoko by the back of her collar. She looks like a misbehaved cat when I do it. But a cat wouldn't be setting traps. She's much harder to deal with. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Try saying that. You won't say it? Tuck my index finger on my thumb, letting it tremble as I brought it closer to Satoko's forehead. Just kidding. You gotta hold it in, Bum. Come on, man. It's gonna be an interesting discussion once you're through all the chapters. Yeah, definitely. What I find weird is like that they released all the chapters in single releases on Steam and GOG. I've bought them all on GOG.com, by the way, so I'm missing the Ray one, but we do that at the complete tail end. The first chapter is free. And then you have like all the other chapters that are like $6.99 or something. It's a very, very weird way of releasing your game. I am. And I'm about making jokes that would be spoilery, but keeping them for later. I have a couple of chapters on Steam, but I have all of them on GOG.com. By the way, I will tell you again, make a GOG.com account. And if you have Amazon Prime, they are currently giving away Hellslave. You Will Die Here Tonight. Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas and a couple of other really good games for GOG.com. So you can bolster your library of DRM-free games without paying anything. I'm just saying, you know. It's cool. I've seen clips of the anime over the years, but never the whole story of Higurashi. I've planned that once we finish all chapters, we are gonna watch the anime also on anime night because it's gonna be fun, right? The old anime is pretty good adaptation of the story. It's both the Ni and Rei arcs. I'm against violence. You don't even have any proof. Just so you know, my forehead flicks flick really hurts. What? Just so you know, my forehead flick really hurts. Can't split plywood right in half. Yeah. Stop, get away from me, you beast! Don't say that in a way people will misunderstand. A small hand tucked on the back of my shirt. She's lonely since you were gone for 2 days. Rika-chan, it really is just so... How could I do anything more after being told that? Gently released my grip on Satoko, who at this point was on the verge of tears. She still had her eyes clamped shut as she braced herself for the forehead flick. Oh, it doesn't bother me. You mustn't cry, Satoko. Keep on fighting, yeah. Rika gently patted the head of her prankster friend. You would never guess those two are the same age. I think Satoko could learn a thing or a million from Rika-chan. Next time, set an even more amazing trap. Wait a minute. As she observed the scene, Rina's expression grew ecstatic as she began to swoon. How Satoko-chan is crying. So cute. You can't take them home. Huh? But they're so cute. You can't, no matter how cute they are. But just for a bit is fine. It's fine. Rina kept a cutesy face even as outrageous ideas spewed from her mouth. According to Mion, Rina is ridiculously weak to cute things and always tries to take them home. Object or person. Stealing is bad, but abducting people is even worse. Give it up. Then I can't just look. Just looking. That would be fine, right? Right? Rina swooned over Satoko's crying form. Jesus Christ, Rina is fucking weird, dude. If a girl ever goes missing in Hinamizawa, I'll be forced to turn Rina into the authorities. My god! Oh my god! Forgive me, Rina. I'll be sure you care to bring your care packages when they put you away. Alright, I'll be right back. I need to take a fat piss. Alright, I'm back. Teacher's coming. Quickly clean everything up. Satoko, that inkstone is yours, right? Just from Neon's single statement, the entire mood of the room shifted back to normal. The inkstone was bad, but the thumbtacks stuck to the door handle were an even bigger problem. Hey, Grings, welcome! I pulled the tape off carefully, making sure not to skewer myself. Even though Satoko was the one who set it up, everyone had to pick up after her. By the time the teacher entered the room, the bedlam from before had been neatly tidied up. Nice. We made it in time. Rise attention. Neon gave out the morning commands. How are you doing today, Grings? It's difficult being the teacher for all these different grades in one classroom. She has to teach something different to each one. Just woke up. Nice. Sounds like you slept in. I mean, depending where you are, yeah, you might actually have slept in really, really good. I like that. I like that. But naturally, she ends up spending all her time with the younger kids. Rina and Neon, being the highest grade in the class, end up mostly doing self-study. I did, but I was up till 4 AM, so... Yeah, I get that. I was up till 3, actually, by time last night, so... Had to do a little bit of that sleeping in myself. Welcome, Bark. I am Bark, indeed. They even end up helping teach younger kids, so it seems like they can never get to their own studies. They are actually way behind where my studies have progressed to. As a result, I'm pretty much taking over the teacher and helping Reina and Neon with their studies. What the fuck is going on in this class, dude? But yeah, that's what happens if you just have one teacher for like, I don't know how many years. Goat! King Alpha sends the goat! You're pretty much a good teacher, Kiichi-kun. Easy to understand. Rina took a breather after finishing highlighting an important section. Teaching is making me lose confidence. It makes me aware of how shallow my understanding of the subject is. They say that to teach someone something, you need to understand it backwards and forwards. So while you're teaching us, you're getting in your own practice. In contrast, this person over here is quite laissez-faire about things. For one, isn't she supposed to be in a higher grade than me? Look, Mion. This is for your own good. If you don't take this seriously, there'll be trouble later on with these marks. Rat. Lacerto sends rat. Very good. I like rats. It's not like I'm aiming to go on the prestigious school. Thank you for the hearts, I see them. And they appreciate it. I'll be fine as long as I pick up what I need to know for the entrance exams a little at a time. Her staunch defiance was really something else. This was a different type of relax than somebody who already knew what was going to be on the entrance exam. Mii-chan Kiichi-kun is doing his best to teach us. We need to try hard too. You're such a good and honest kid, Reina. I'll make sure you guys get accepted into a good school. What? Thanks so much. Especially you, Reina. Private lessons, just the two of us. Keiichi, you're a fucking asshole. Private lessons? A puff of smoke shaped like a halo popped out of Reina's head. Exactly what kind of private lesson is she fantasizing about that's making her turn so red? I'd like to hear the play-by-play about the next time. While Mion was flipping through her vocabulary flashcards, she threw out casual questions. So in the city, do you have to study this much? If you don't know at least this much, you can't get into university. So you studied to get into a university? Well, yeah, basically. Oh god. The rat wiggle, exactly. I love me some wiggling rats. Well, yeah, basically, while knowing that this future won't ever come in handy in the future. Out here, you can get into university as long as your attendance is good enough. Really? Study as entrance exams. Having that basic law of the universe so easily overturned sent me into a state of shock. That's right. There aren't really enough people around here to warrant weeding them out with an exam. More rats by Ivanu. If anyone can get into university, then there's no need to be uptight about this stuff, right? And of course, King Alpha thinks of the bacon. Can only be the bacon. Bacon wiggle. That's a bacon wiggle. It's a bacon wiggle, alright. Well, that's true, but you should at least know stuff that's common knowledge. This old geezer thinks that instead of wasting time studying pointlessly, you should be spending your precious time as teen years doing more meaningful things. It was too profound of a statement. Simply laugh off. But since it was Mion, it probably didn't actually have that deep of a meaning. It's just Mion being Mion. Seriously. In a place of a chime, the sound of the principal waving a bell drifted through the classroom. Hey Jen, we are done! We are done! Our wonderful lunchtime! In a complete 180. From her unmotivated state, Mion gave the commands That signaled the end of the morning period. Ichi-kun, let's have lunch. Might have been making a very troubled face. Rina smiled brightly at me. All right, let's eat. There seemed to be different cliques even within the class. Most of them were divided up by gender age, but our group was different. Our ages were different, and we had both boys and girls, but we weren't reserved around each other. This level of openness makes a transfer student like me pretty happy. Rina and Mion pushed their desks together so they were facing each other. At the same time, Satoko and Rika-chan were slowly lugging their desks over as well. Heichi-kun, hurry, hurry! Rina waved her chopsticks in an unrefined manner, trying to hurry me along. Unless everyone was together, they wouldn't even open their lunchboxes. Heichi-san's lunchbox is most assuredly filled with nothing but bread crusts, like some sort of destitute plebeian. What the fuck? Why don't you just show us? Come on now! Even though Satoko was hurling insults at me, she still wouldn't open the lid of her lunchbox until I was there. Jesus Christ, Satoko. You little psychopath. I pulled out my lunchbox swiftly and dragged my chair over to join the circle. Hey, sorry to keep you waiting. Well then, Representative Me, please give me the signal to start. At first it was kinda embarrassing, but I got used to it pretty fast. At this point I probably wouldn't even open my own lunchbox if someone else was too slow. Our ages and genders may have all been different, but we were all friends. Let's eat! The sound of our little 5-part chorus echoed beautifully throughout the classroom. Itadakimasu! Really though, I've gotten pretty used to this group made up of all girls. Of course there are other boys in the class, but they were a lot younger, so they were scared to approach me. Well, that's to be expected. Younger boys just see older boys as scary. Compared to girls, well, at least these girls aren't picky. Kawaii desu. We put all the side dishes in the middle where everybody was free to pick at them. I thought girls would mind sharing a meal with a guy, so I was a bit flustered joining in. However, Mio noticed that and teased me quite a bit. As the fruit of my efforts, I can now reach over and take sides from anybody's lunch. My, isn't Sekiichi's lunch extravagant today? My, isn't Madame Satoko's lunch extravagant as well? The stewed stuff has a nice look to it. Rather trendy. Buying into the fight that Satoko was starting, our chopsticks locked in a cross counter, stabbing into each other's lunch. I'll be right back again. I'm sorry. I hope this is the last break for a while now, but I have to go somewhere again. God damn it, everyone is talking about food already in the chat again. So, bring back some chicken nuggets. I don't have chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets are over. Ivano is getting hungry. Ivano, you gotta cook your own chicken nuggets. Maybe I should upgrade from nuggets to tenders. There are no tenders. Tenders are a lie. You're very hungry. Okay, cook your own nuggets. I wish I could post gifts in here. I have a little anecdote on that one. I'm glad you can't, because somebody always came into my Mixer stream and you could post gifts on Mixer, and they weren't exactly very well filtered. So somebody always posted like a Chinese girl shitting on a train station. Was like she like shoved over like on the side of the bench, and then like dropping a fat dookie on the side of the bench. Was really that great. I like sweet and sour sauce or honey mustard. They are great. Buffalo is good too. Though lots of spicy. The spicier the better, to an extent. Oh, those are the best. I love honey mustard. Damn, now I want Chinese food. Ew, yeah, see? Better not having sometimes options. How delicious. Oh, this taro is so good. The stewed stuff is good too, even cold. After seeing my happy face, Rika-chan's expression broke into a little smile. What the fuck? Yes, I have anecdotes for days, Grings. I saved some dinner from last night. By the way, Satoko and Rika-chan's lunches are always the same. Seems like that Rika-chan makes it for both of them every day. Rika-chan made this too. These taste like mom's home cooking. I was honestly impressed. The carrot roast sets weren't from a mold. They were done by hand with a knife. That's not easy to do. I guess Rika-chan's just good at this sort of thing. She's really good at sewing laundry and stuff like that. Amazing, right? Amazing. Rika is quite exceptionally in many ways. Oh ho 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 ho! It's nothing for you to boast about. Rina's actually better at cooking than I am. Teriyaki chicken with shrimp fried rice, orange chicken and dumpling. You just read off the menu somewhere, didn't you? Because either you get teriyaki chicken or you get shrimp fried rice, but you don't get both together. That would be news to me. No, I was thinking about it. Jesus Christ. Dude, decide. It's either shrimp fried rice or chicken. No, you can't have both. There is no way you can't have both. And there's no way you can have both. That way around. Nina's actually better at cooking than I am. I have connections. I mean, you can't just order it probably from Panda Express or some shit. That's probably your connection. Well, you know, it seemed that the topic of conversation switched to Rina when she wasn't expecting it, making her blush and trip over her words. I'll tell you something, King Alpha. Make your own fried rice. Your own egg fried rice with shrimps. It is fucking delicious. Can give you a little bit of advice how to do it. Rina's lunch was the star of the table. The most important part is though you have You literally, for really good egg fried or any fried rice, you have to let the rice rest a day. There is no way if you cook that shit and put it like straight away in a wok, that it's gonna be good. It's gonna be soggy. It's not what you want. You wanna keep it in your rice cooker for a day and then use it. Oh, get a rice cooker, by the way. Homemade fried rice and shrimp, yeah. I'll give you. And by the way, get fish sauce. Get like squid fish sauce. That's a Thai fish sauce, and it makes your shit. No matter what you make in Asian cuisine, it makes it like 10 times better. I mean, not everything. Like, I wouldn't put it on a chicken teriyaki, but if you make like an egg fried rice, it makes it so much better. So much better. Get squid fish sauce. So good. So fucking good. MSG always. Like, use MSG. I will advocate for the use of MSG because MSGs are actually fucking good. Makes everything taste better. Fish sauce is the goat. Where do I find that? Just order it off Amazon. Fish sauce and MSG, the best starters of your Asian cupboard supplies. Yeah, exactly. Get sesame. Get sesame oil. Get rice vinegar. Get actually Asian supplies in your cupboard and use them. Like, it tastes so differently when you make egg fried rice with sesame oil. It's just a world of difference. Or I use a chili oil from Hong Kong. Come Lee, yeah, come Lee. It's really good. And yeah, Amazon or any Asian food grocery or import store, exactly. The only thing that you cannot use MSG with is sweet. Don't use it with anything sweet. That won't mix. That will taste like shit. But you can, any savory dish, you can put MSG in and it's gonna taste 10 times better. And MSG is not unhealthy for you. Contrary to what anyone tells you, I don't know where this rumor comes from, but that shit, like, you can eat it like by the spoon and nothing happens. It just tastes not good. It needs to be in a dish. Yeah, it's like there's a lot of misinformation about stuff out there that really doesn't that really is just old stuff that people just picked up at one point and it still persists. Another rumor is like aspartame. A lot of people always say aspartame in soft drinks is like deadly to you and will cause you cancer. Yeah, it will, but you have to consume so much that you die of liquid poisoning or water poisoning before that point is reached. If you drink a bottle of Coca-Cola, yeah, with aspartame in it, you have if you drink a bottle of Coca-Cola, you've consumed less aspartame than with your breakfast egg. And that's what people don't often tell you or don't know. Yeah, this shit is not, like, it's safe. Like, of course, you shouldn't, like, drink only sugar-free sodas. Just drink normal water in between and you'll be okay. Like, there's nothing to worry about. This stuff has been studied. So just be safe out there, you know? On the contrary, I've actually read that studies showed that if you consume sugar in fluid form, yeah? So basically, sugar that's dissolved in water or in any soda, that your likelihood of getting diabetes is so much higher than if you just consume sugar in pastries or something. I think that the sugar dissolved gets way easier into the bloodstream and wreaks more havoc. If you... Makes sense. People have been using it for centuries. Yeah, exactly. MSGs in soy and mushrooms. People are just weird about shit they don't understand. Yeah, exactly. You just... It just has also a weird name. I don't know how it's like... Baba probably knows. What's the monosulfat glutamate or something? It's like a weird name. It sounds very chemical, but it really isn't. It really isn't. It is just normal stuff that you can consume. Monosodium glutamate, exactly. And it's it sounds weirdly similar to something else, and people think it's like poisonous or something. It isn't. I don't want to say it's a natural product, but it's a very safe product. It's not something that will fucking murder you. Like the Chinese, as Bam Bam said, like the entire Asian cuisine uses this thing for centuries. They should have all died by now. Sodium chloride, also known as fucking soap. And yeah, that's just the truth, you know? There is, like, as always, the poison is made by the amount you're taking. Of course, you shouldn't ingest... I don't think you should, like, put an entire bag of MSG into your body or into your food. But who does that? Who does that? Like, you just take maybe a teaspoon and just throw it into your egg fried rice and you're done. That shit's safe. Like, and Asians, like, live the longest out of all fucking people. You know? And they use it in every fucking dish. I put it into my pizza sauce, makes it more rounded. I do that too. Because it's fucking great. I just put a teaspoon into it in my pizza and it's like fucking amazing. Anchovies also have this kind of like umami flavor stuff going on. They make it also better. If you make pasta sauce or pizza sauce and use anchovies and blend anchovies in, it has the same effect as MSG, for example. It is a natural product. As Bam Bam said, again, soy and mushrooms. Honestly, when I see no MSG, I just think no flavor. No flavor! Uncle Roger would say. No flavor! Where the flavor? MSG is safe. Just use it in moderation and you'll be fine. Like I said, there's like weird stuff going on. I know, I had a friend who sent me like a petition to ban aspartame. And when I told him I'm not gonna like sign that shit because it's fucking idiotic, he threw a fit. And then I told him, look, do you eat eggs for breakfast? And he's like, yes, I do. And then I'm like, congratulations. You ate more aspartame this morning than I drank. And he looked at me like, what do you mean? I'm like, in your eggs is 30 times more the aspartame than in a fucking Coca-Cola. It's the anti-Asian sentiment making a full comeback from the 50s and 60s. The last time people complained about MSG. People complain about everything. Like, if they don't have anything to complain about, they find something. They find anything, you know. If they don't find, like, doesn't matter. People need something to complain about, otherwise there won't be people. I feel like. And that's like the thing, you know. I try to really avoid I do really not think that most of the stuff that people complain about, and another thing that what I noticed is a lot of the stuff people complain about, even here in Europe, it's like a lot of imported from the US. And we, at least where I live, have a very, very high food safety standard. A lot of like stuff people say, oh, there is so much sugar in there, this in there, this in there. Yeah, of course there's sugar in like fucking sriracha sauce. Then they say substitute it with Tabasco. Like, I've seen shorts that have blown my mind. Like, why would you substitute fucking sriracha sauce with Tabasco? It's not even the same fucking taste. Not even in the same fucking ballpark. I like both, but Tabasco is not a fucking substitute for sriracha sauce. What are you doing? Complain about who's nominated for the Game of the Year awards. I don't even know who's nominated, but we'll find out. I'm gonna do a stream. Substitute soy sauce with saline, same energy. Saline. Substitute soy sauce with saline. These people are so fucking insane, dude. Tabasco is good on eggs, but not much. No, I love Tabasco. I will like put Tabasco on just about anything. I love Tabasco, yeah, but like sriracha and Tabasco are not the fucking same. Like, sriracha is completely fucking different. And it's insane to me that anybody suggests to substitute Tabasco with sriracha. Yeah, they are not. Imagine, mind blown. Shit that you learn on my fucking stream, huh? Sriracha is like not at all the fucking same with Tabasco. It's completely different. And I will tell you another thing that will blow your fucking mind. We, at least I speak for my country, but we have good food safety. That's just it. Most stuff you buy in the supermarket won't kill you. And if you're a little bit smart about your food, you won't die from it. Because people always think like, oh shit, if I eat this, I'm gonna die. You won't. Just fucking won't. There's so many chemicals in your body playing at one another. And it's such an individual fucking case that you can never know what happens. I can't believe Germany has a higher standard than the US even when it comes to raw food, also chemicals. No, I mean like your body's like full of chemicals and stuff, right? And it's like every body is different. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. You can't know what happens when you eat your food. Because it's like vastly different from every person to person. And yeah, their food, there's some people who can't, like, how do I say this? Don't or can't eat certain things because they're allergic, they have intolerances or whatever. Unpopular opinion, I add sriracha to egg fried rice. You need to be taken into custody, sir, and get to jail. And be jailed. You don't put sriracha on egg fried rice. Are you fucking crazy? That's a fucking crime against egg fried rice. Your egg fried rice. It tastes yummy to me. That's fair. I'm still gonna send you to jail. Malaysians do it. Works. Malaysians don't count. Orcas crashing out over egg fried rice. Nah, I'm just playing a bit. I like the most important part is on your egg fried rice is that you have eggs and that you have fried rice. And that's it. And scallions. And the rest is up to you. Because it's such a nice and malleable dish in the end that you can just make the best out of it. Just eat it how you like it. That's the truth about egg fried rice. Scallions sound good. Every egg fried rice needs scallion, but you don't throw them into the wok with the fried rice. You just use them as garnish at the end, right? Because if you like fry them up too much, it's gone. Fried spam on top and some chili crisp. See, Bam Bam does it even more different. He puts spam on top. Like everyone does it differently, and it's all valid. All valid. It is just important that you have a good canvas, a base, and that's the egg fried rice. And if you do that properly, it's gonna be delicious, no matter what you do. That is the truth about egg fried rice. It's a base canvas for whatever you do with it afterward. And as long as the canvas is solid, you're gonna get an amazing meal. Oh my god. Yes. Alright, I'm gonna get back to the game now. We have derailed this stream long enough. Reno's lunch really was the star of the table. Not only did it look good, it tasted good. Everyone pulled from Rena's lunchbox constantly. Poor Rena is probably going to not having any lunch left when they are done with them. Who knew this entire discussion happened because of chicken teriyaki, shrimp fried rice, and dumplings? I can get like autistically triggered by certain topics. It's amazing. Everyone liked it so much before, so I made a lot this time. It's good, I hope. I hope. It got high marks from me. Ah, Mion, you're taking too much. Knocking Mion's chopsticks aside, I reached out trying to secure my own portion. Satoko and Rika-chan reached over at the same time, and a struggle ensued. Stimulated by tisms. Yeah, I can get like tismish in some instances. I just need to like reel it back a little bit. We always talk about food in chat at least once a month, yeah. Because I love food. I do love good food. Like, I have a working colleague that sometimes takes me to the office, and I told him about a recipe, pasta al limon. He didn't even know that you can make like lemon pasta. And he was like, what? You gotta give me that. And I sent him the recipe I use. It's not original Italian, but I know that pasta al limon is a South Italian dish and it's delicious. And he was like, yeah, that is super good. Someday I hope you can do a cooking stream. I'm not sure. That'd be a cool idea. We'll see if I can get to 10,000 subscribers, I'll do a cooking stream. You can vote whatever dish I will do. Everyone shuffled in a mouthful after mouthful while praising it. And Rena's lunchbox was soon empty. Made the Cantonese egg tarts. They were easy and super good. I believe you. I'll probably make something a little bit more complicated. Just a teensy tiny bit. But you can send me the recipe regardless, because I'm interested. It might be fun to make those for me and the wife. Actually. It was kind of bad that no one thought to leave any for Rena. But Rena seemed rather satisfied as she looked on. Poor Rena got her entire shit yeeted. I think I've sent you a... Oh, it was a link? Let me look. Yeah, you did. It was a fucking link. Okay. I was just Hong Kong egg tarts, and I'm like, yeah, that looks damn good on the photo. I never clicked the link. It's because I'm a fucking idiot. No, but I will try this because it looks actually pretty good. Like, they even tell you how to make the fucking dough. Yeah, this looks good, dude. Like, I especially have a soft... It's in the Discord, yeah. Here it is. This is the recipe Bam Bam am I talking about for everyone in chat. This is... We are talking about food again. It's fucking crazy, dude. So I have a especially soft spot for Hong Kong cuisine. That shit is just prime. Like, it's good stuff. And you should check that recipe out. And maybe try making it yourself. I always advocate for everyone learning to cook themselves. Especially you, King Alpha. You need to learn to cook yourself, King Alpha. So yeah. Canton and Southeast Asia foods are brilliant. Yeah, 100%. One thing, get over your fucking laziness. One thing that I always wanted to do, but like time is like moving fast, and I doubt I can't do that. But as you all know, I always loved like Hong Kong cinema, so movies out of Hong Kong. They had a really big industry, and I loved like movies from John Woo, from Jackie Chan, and all these kind of like movies. And yeah, there's a lot others too, like Ringo Lam or Chow Yun Fat, Tsui Hark. I couldn't name drop until the chickens come home to roost. Wong Ching was another one that I really liked, director, producer. And I always liked the movies that were set in contemporary Hong Kong, like the police dramas and everything. And I always wanted to experience like these more dingy sides of Hong Kong, where you could potentially encounter riots and whatnot, because I'm fucking insane. So yeah, that's something I would I would have wanted to do, and then go like to these stalls and eat the food there, because I feel like that you could that you know, maybe no matter where, but maybe not no matter where, but I feel like if you go to Hong Kong and just go to any stupid street vendor and just order something, you get good food. You know, I've always had this impression. And I just wanted to fly to Hong Kong one day and just eat my fucking way through the entire street streets of Hong Kong, something like that, or in Vietnam, like eating the coast down from north to south, you know, up and down. That's something like a a trip cuisine to Vietnam or to Hong Kong, something like that. Eating these buns will make a real man. Will make a real man. Sleeping dogs NPC. Yeah. So yeah, I would love to do. I would love to do that still, but I don't think I can do it anytime soon. There is just too much going on in my life that I can't like just up and travel away. But I would totally do it. I wouldn't give a shit. Like holy fuck, would I just get there and just having fun? Yeah, that's one thing I always wanted to do. Like doing like how do you say that a cuisine travel, a casino travel. Um, I don't know how you would say that. Just a dining experience. Um, I don't know. Food tourism, yeah. Doing food tourism, exactly. Just so I can fucking eat the most exotic shit. I would want to do it in India though. Um, I should be probably careful in Vietnam just so everything is just cooked properly. Um, and I kind of want to do it in Thailand, but also kind of not. Um, you have to be careful in Vietnam though. They are still eating dogs there, and that's something I don't want to do. Um, they also eat dogs in Thailand and China, and yeah, even South Korea, by the way, is still that they eat dogs. That's something I don't want to do. But you usually have to go to really dingy places to find that shit. Um, so yeah. Um, Yeah, I'd probably just eat my way on the coastal side of Vietnam. Just eat seafood until I like bust. Then go to South Korea. Do basically the same over again. Then go to Hong Kong and then to Japan. That's like that would be my route. Vietnam, South Korea, Hong Kong, and Japan. I think I might switch South Korea and Hong Kong depending what's closer to Vietnam, but I think it's South Korea. Let me look on Google Maps. We learned something today, children, on the show. We learned what's closer to Vietnam. It is definitely Hong Kong. So we would go to Hong Kong first. From the coast of Vietnam to Hong Kong, because it's like not even that far away actually. So Vietnam, Hong Kong, South Korea, and then Japan. That be the trip of my life. And then from Japan, I just go to Russia and drive back with the Siberian Railway, or go back with the Siberian Railway all the way from Vladivostok to fucking St. Petersburg, and then go back to Germany, and then I die happy. That is probably the most travel I'd ever do. Did you know that the Siberian Railway, as they call it, isn't just one like continuous railway? It's multiple sets of railways that go through Siberia and Russia. And it's really fucking cool. There's also a great game called Last Train Home. Is it Last Train Home? I made a review on another channel, on the TSI channel, about it. The Last Train Home. That one is fucking great, by the way, if you are into strategy games. Um, or the Train Home? No, what is it called? Train Home? Jesus Christ. I don't remember the title. Last Train Home. It's Last Train Home. It's without the th. It's actually on sale currently on Steam. And you do like a mixture of survival where you like just keep your train rolling and also like strategy missions that are somewhat similar, a mixture of commandos and Company of Heroes. And it's really good. And what you basically do is like you have a train and try to get from Moscow all the way to Vladivostok and get your soldiers in one piece to Vladivostok so you can go back home to Czechoslovakia. It's fucking great. It is really, really good. I like that one a lot. It's also GOG.com. It's actually, let me link that to you. I'm not sure, it might be on sale on GOG.com too. Last Train Home. Man, is this already 2 years ago again? Yeah, it's not on sale, unfortunately, there, but I'll still link it, and you can decide if you want to get it on Steam or not. I did enjoy it a lot. It was really good, and you should pick it up too if you're into that kind of stuff, like this kind of survival stuff and strategy stuff. If that does something for you, just pick it up. It's fucking good, actually. Plus, it's based on an actual piece of history. Exactly. That too. Yeah. 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 Actually, yeah. All right. I'm gonna try again to get back into the visual novel. Not that this one is bad, but I'm kinda easily distracted today. I don't know why. I apologize. How did you like it? It's Rina-san an extreme... Isn't Rina-san an extremely good cook too? Man's getting sidetracked on every corner. Yeah, it's bad today. Quite different from Kiichi-san. I said that's nothing for you to boast about. You're not much different from Kei-chan, Satoko. You can tell the difference between broccoli and cauliflower yet. Satoko's face went pale. Sorry, bro. That is absolutely not your fault when I get sidetracked on my own stream. I'm an adult, Ivano. I can decide to get sidetracked or not. But I don't know, my tisms are hitting harder today than usual. I think that's the big problem. Hey, even I can tell the difference between broccoli and cauliflower, you know? Oh, of course you can. Of course I can. I really can. It's hard for her to lie. She can't. Kiichi-kun, both taste good and they are boiled and topped with mayo, right? You shouldn't be picking on her. Mi-chan too. Rina hurriedly tried to follow up, but Mion laughed heartily as she drew closer to Satoko. Well, well, just pretend it's a little home ec lesson. Now then, Satoko, what's this? Mion lifted up her chopsticks. Between them was a piece of green stuff wrapped in bacon. But that's But that's aspirin. Mion made eye contact with me within 0.3 seconds. I had Riga-chan's mouth covered, holding a piece of bacon-wrapped asparagus and giving her two choices. She's pretty terrible. The yellow one is cauliflower. Wait, the green one is cauliflower. So which, Probably the yellow one is broccoli, the blue one is cauliflower, but the green one is do you really know which it is? How about you just give up? I expected no less from the class representative, the oldest. The way she drives people into a corner just shows how much experience she has. This is just a hunch, but being brought into the Sonosaki household must be quite the ordeal. I do know. I really do. Then answer the question. I know. She finally broke down and started crying. When she acts like this, she actually starts to seem her age. How cute! Rina entered a state of euphoria as Satoko bawled her eyes out. Rina was in a state of bliss as she rubbed her cheeks against Sakoto's head and smothered her. Really a very content face. Dude, I'm gonna tell you something. This is all right now played off as very cutesy. You are not fucking ready. What happens? You are not fucking ready, and this visual novel knows. They are trying to play this off as all, haha, look, it's so cute. And then it just fucking hits you. It hits you like a fucking semi-truck right into the fucking tits. Right into the fucking titties. Yeah, it's fucked when Kanye walks and tells Rina, "Pull up, Beyonce's the cutest one around." Yeah. It really is. Rina is scaring me already. One that wouldn't care if the world ended right then. It was kind of a smile. Rina! Mimi is picking on me. Cute. It's okay, Rina Oni-chan. We'll take care of all those bad people who tease my little sister. Fish spoof, bam! It was like a flash of lightning. What was that just now? Both of Rina's fists shot out at supersonic speeds, striking Mion and me squarely in the face. Before we knew it, Mion and I were sprawled Red Eagle on the floor, staring up at the ceiling. Oh my God. What the fuck? With matching welts on our faces. This is the first time you've gotten one right. Today, she went easy on us. Easy? You mean there's something harder than this? With that, Mion and I both slumped our heads back to the floor in unison. From now on, I'll be careful when I'm within striking distance of Reina. Yeah, you better be. See, Satoko-chan, I took care of them. Cute. I want to take you home. Making sure Rina couldn't see it, Satoko stuck her tongue out at us. Damn it. Using Rina like a puppet. Rika-chan massaged our bruises without saying a word. Such a cute friend group, isn't it? What could possibly go wrong here? What could possibly go happen? Oh, Jesus, I'm in the wrong capture. Why did nobody say anything? I was on the wrong capture screen. I think you all didn't realize either. No matter what the day held, the last school bell always came too soon. Just like myself. I always come too soon as well. Wait, that's not the part I should have said out loud. Our shadows stretched off into the distance. Hey, Keiichi-kun, tomorrow do you have plans or anything or anything? Huh? It was such a direct question from Rina, I inadvertently blushed. If it was for a date, then shouldn't you do more? Do it more subtly? Rina saw me lost for words and realized that I'd misunderstood and turned red as well. No, I didn't mean it like that, you see? So apparently that wasn't what she meant. But since it's always fun when Rena's in a panic, I went along with it a little. Oh really? So it wasn't meant that way. Huh? Huh? Playing it up, I slumped my shoulder, feigning dejection. Keiichi-kun, why are you so disappointed? Why? Why? Mi-chan! Unable to hold it in any longer, Mion slapped me on the back. I see this old teaser. Never knew you could push her buttons like that. Huh? Huh? What? What is it? Mion rolling on the floor, clutching her stomach, while Rena flailed around completely bewildered. I couldn't help but start laughing as well. Feeling just a bit guilty, I ruffled Rena's hair. Kidding, sorry, it was a joke. That was my fault. She really is a cute one. A joke? Since when? Since when? About halfway through. Halfway? So, Kei-chan, that means you weren't acting when you blushed at the start. Huh? That means... It was only a momentary lapse, but there was no way Mion would let such a delectable detail slip by her. Well, you see, saying anything more was also a bad idea. In my bewildered state, I slipped further into an unfavorable position. After that, Mion continued to tease me about it for a while. And of course she fucking did. Bro, you're so fucked. So, why were you asking if I'm free tomorrow, Rina? Huh? Oh, what were you talking about? It had been so long that Rina had forgotten that's how long Mion had teased me. It's just Kei-chan. You probably can't find your way around Hinamizawa by yourself yet, can you? That was true. I hate to say it, but if you blindfolded me and spun me around 3 times, like we are playing pin the tail on the donkey, I wouldn't be able to tell up from down here. Yeah, I don't think I know how to get anywhere besides back and forth from school. Yes, so you see, tomorrow, we were thinking that Mi-chan and I could escort you through Hinamizawa and show you around. That would be a godsend. Frankly, I was happy about the offer. So, again, this is a community, a village in the mountain. I don't think there is shit there. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there. There can't be that much. To show this man. You'll come, of course, right? I'm free, if I'm free. You're being invited by a girl, you know. I'm free. You're probably free anyways. If I'm free. I was being stubborn so as not to give a clear yes or no. Even though I thought it was a godsend. I'm too much of a scamp to say so upfront. Keiichi-kun, you're not free, perhaps? Perhaps? While Mion and I had our rather sour back and forth, Rina peeked over at me hesitantly. Figuring I'd been a bit too rough on her, I just gave in. Sorry, forgive me, I apologize. I'm free. Great! The trepidation disappeared from Rina's face as it blossomed into a smile. Hey now. Seems like there's quite a difference between how cold you are to me and to me compared to Rina, isn't there? Seems Mion didn't care for how rude I was to her compared to how quickly I agreed with Rina. But her being annoyed was very interesting. So I pushed Rina forward, speeding up our pace to leave Mion behind. Let's go, Rina. Maybe it should just be the 2 of us tomorrow, leaving grumpy old Mion behind. Huh? War. If Keiichi-kun is okay with that, then I'm the one who came up with the idea to take him around. Don't ignore me, Keiichi Maebara. It'd be great if the 2 of us could go on a picnic together. Should we bring a basket, Rena? If we are bringing a basket, I'll make all the food. Maybe. Don't you ignore me too, Rena. I'll tell everyone that you 2 disappeared into the hotel district together. Holy shit! Rena just punched the shit out of Mina. Holy fuck, dude. That was like a Fist of the North Star punch. Well then, I'm going home right now to start making it. Tomorrow is going to be fun. Later, Keiichi-kun. Mi-chan, bye! Irina bounded off like she was walking on the moon. After the dust settled, all that was left was me standing next to Mion, sprawled out on the ground. And there was a welt on her face. Oh, you think she's hilarious, huh, Ivanu? You think she's hilarious? Oh, just you wait. Are you alright? There was over 2 meters between you guys. Since you came, they've become sharper. This old geezer's body can't handle it. Maybe it'd be easier if you stopped saying stuff that makes Rena want to hit you. Or else it will end up being Mion's slapstick comedy hour. If that happened, the result might be fatal. Don't feel bad, Mion. You're probably the only one who can dodge her chaps. It felt like it was her knee, though. Could it be that we were hanging around with an unrivaled martial arts master? Maybe someday we'll see her debut in an extreme contact sport. You can't lose to Rena. You need to train up and have a rematch. Kei-chan, you should. This old geezer will root for you. Mion and I reaffirmed our determination to discover a way to counter Rena's infallible technique. All the girls are crazy, funny, and vaguely unstable in their own ways, to be honest. Oh, just you wait. Just you wait. You have reached new tips. Your old tips. We are a mixed grade. So, Rena, we are the same age? Yes, that's right. You're the same zodiac animal, too. Hey, now, it would be weird if we were the same age but not the same zodiac animal. That's not true. If your birthday isn't the same, then you can have different animals even if you're the same age. Huh? Oh, I see. Mion, you're pretty smart. What month were you born? By the way, Keiichi-kun. I'm July. Rena smirked and puffed up with pride. Hey now, what's the meaning of this? She's not planning to be all high and mighty. If her birthday is a wee bit sooner than mine, is she? Don't even. It's impossible to challenge me by birthday. I wouldn't even mind if you bet $1 per month. Huh? Huh? Why? Why? Ovo. Ovo. Oh, fucking Ovo. Ovo to Povo. Rena panicked at suddenly being challenged to a wager. Given how panicked she is, I'm certain she doesn't have much allowance left this month. It's just sending her into a panic about something as simple as her birthday is so fun. I can't help myself. He's such a clown. So that means you were born in April, Kei-chan. Right on. Too bad, Rena. I'm already far older than I'm already far older than Rena. Oh, I see. Then they're the same age as me. Then you're the same age as me, Chan. Well, it's just a few months. That gap will open up again soon enough, though. Mion snickered through her nose. Hey now, that's not something to get all high and mighty about. If I want to talk. Now that you mention it, you're in a higher grade, right, Mion? If you're into underclassmen, then I can be an underclassman from now on. Michan, you're not making any sense to me. Just by seeing Rena's blushing face, you could tell she knew exactly what she meant by it, though. Then Satoko and Rika-chan are underclassmen. Their grade is so different that they should be in a different school, shouldn't they? Keiji-kun, your tastes are a bit too young, I think. You're not making any sense yourself, Rena. I'll just grab onto her head and scruff it up a bit. Ow, stop it! Fucking Rena, I swear to God. I wondered about it before, yeah? I was wondering why the school has different school years all mixed up. There aren't enough classrooms. Can't help it. Building is being rented from the forestry service after all. When she says it like that, it makes sense. Though our school was strange for a while now. The schoolyard is gravel. There are rooms that aren't for classes and there's some strange sort of construction machinery parked here. Why is it being borrowed? What happened to the real school? There was one here forever. From before the war. It got dilapidated. And they closed it down. Probably was a grand old schoolhouse. Got dilapidated, huh? Totally. There wasn't an incident or something at that school. Bratwurst, yeah. It's between my legs. A bratwurst. Well, because of that, the students would have to attend the school in the city. It's pretty far, though, you know? Can I add spicy mustard to it? Yeah, sure. Which school would that be? Did you know there is a school? If you pass by the Okinomiya train station, turn at the hospital and head towards the pediatrics department. Yippee! What? So far! I couldn't tell where that was by the location, but I understood it was pretty far from Rena's reaction. Well, that's why. The guys that didn't want to commute to Okinomiya rented out the building from the forestry service and are attending this pseudo schoolhouse here. About half the children in Hina Mizawa go here. There are quite a lot of kids that come here on bike. Well, since they're attending this really messed up school, it might be pretty hard for them to get into higher education. I feel like that this is true. I feel like that school isn't prepping the students way enough to get into higher education. That is so true. So true. So very true. Ah. It's not true, Mi-chan. If you study properly, you can go anywhere you want. That's right, that's right. Totally agree with Rina on this one. Yes, that's right. That's right. Let's try our best. Käsespätzle, what's that? It sounds yummy. So, Käsespätzle. Ah, Jesus Christ. Why? I told you, Dad, actually. We talked about this. Why are you trying to distract me here, King Alpha? What's your play here? Huh? What's going on, King Alpha? You did not. We talked about this. We talked about Käsespätzle on one stream. I remember that. When I showed you all the German dishes, the Käsespätzle were there. That's what I remember. Yes, that's right, that's right. Let's try our best. All of you try your best. I'm distracting you with food. Yeah, it doesn't work today. At least not anymore. This old man will be rooting for you. Not just us, you too. You should be preparing for exams, shouldn't you? Your future is bleak with grades like this. Fine, just fine. If I get stuck, then I'll just mooch off K-chan, as he works forever. What do you mean by work forever? What do you mean? She's gonna spread her legs in perpetuity for him. That's what she means. Hey, you're too loud. Be quiet during self-study. The teacher yelled at all three of us. It was completely our fault. Satoko saw it and chortled. What? And quartil. What the fuck is this word? Quartled haughtily. Jesus Christ. I stuck out my tongue at her in response. It is just as Mion says. The school has nothing to do with higher education, but it makes up for that by having lots of valuable things other than schools don't. We don't have a uniform. This is kind of cool. So you get these small tidbits that are optional, but tell you a lot about the world. So I like those. It's only June, but it's already so hot. I could hear the Higurashi outside chirping. Me, and at night there are mosquitoes. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I really like the sound of cicadas. And at night there are mosquitoes. It might as well be summer already. My only salvation was that the mornings were still cool. Summer, I do declare. Satoko was flapping her skirt languidly. Jesus Christ. That's pretty unladylike there. Even if she was a little brat, she still was a girl. How dare you? Just slap a hoe. Keiichi does seem quite cool with just a single button-up shirt. I'm so jealous. From how I see things, the skirt you're wearing looks like it would be much cooler. A girl like you just wouldn't understand. Wearing jeans during this season and how steamy the crotch get. Oh, don't talk to her like that! It gets steamy how? This girl has gone imagining something indecent. Rina's summer clothes have a nice refreshing color. It feel I feel cooler just looking at them. Thank you. They really do feel pretty cool. I do wish my summer clothes were as breezy as Reina's. But Satoko-chan, your summer clothes are so cute. Being a one piece and all. She's looking for the one piece. I'd like to wear your summer clothes. This is actually quite stuffy, you know. I do believe that what you're wearing would feel much cooler. But it would be so much more fun with cute clothes, Hayo. I had a feeling that Rina and Satoko's base values were fundamentally different. Well, no shit. Speaking of which, our school doesn't have a uniform. Yeah, it doesn't. As long as they are proper, then regular clothes are fine. There are quite a few students in regular clothes. There were a few wearing uniforms, but they were all the same design and rather plain. What's the uniform they're all wearing? They're all the same. That's the city school's uniform. Not like there's a rule, but they're all wearing them. Speaking of everybody, now our group is wearing different uniforms. Aren't we? Did we go out of our way to get them from somewhere? Why, yes, Mion-san supplied them. Mi-chan's relative runs a second-hand clothing store. They can get school clothes from all over the country for cheap, they say. So you ask those relatives to get a bunch of unique school uniforms then. That Mion, she probably loves using her friends as dress-up dolls. There must be a pretty strange second-hand clothing store. I get that it's a second-hand clothing store, but stocking clothes from schools all over the country? That's pretty strange for a second-hand clothing store. What's the point in stocking up clothes from faraway schools they know nothing about? Kinda creepy. I think so too. They also have used school swimsuits and PE uniforms. I don't like the idea of having used ones. Jesus Christ, I would probably would never go into a used swim uniform. Jesus. Imagine what you could get. Doesn't sound like that shop makes much money. They probably have Mion pitch in and help so they can make a bit more. But Mion-san says it'll be a big hit and become a great store with such conviction. A second-hand clothing store that stocks school uniforms will be a big hit? I don't get it. I feel like I get it and I don't want to get it at the same time. Yeah, exactly. The store owner is probably a perv. Also, your swimsuits sound gross. It fucking does. It fucking does, my bro. I took it a little too easy on the morning of my day off. I was totally late. Today was the day Rina and Mion were going to show me around Hinamizawa. Rina and Mion were already waiting at the meeting place. Hey Chan, you're late. Sorry, the show I was watching last night was really interesting. Blame that. Oh, so that's your excuse for being late and keeping two girls waiting. Mi-chan, you just got here yourself. Last night episodes of A Day in the Life was interesting, wasn't it? She was as guilty as me. Did I miss many content? Did I miss me? No, not really. We just got introduced to the characters, got to know them a little bit. Now we are both out on the town with the girls. I talked about food a lot. So you didn't miss a lot, I guess. Rena was carrying a pretty heavy looking handbag. What is that? Mion answered my unspoken questions with a wink. That's right, Rena really did make a picnic. My grammar ain't grammaring. Happens to the best of us. Kei-chan, after you left, Rena pulled out all the stops. Not like I forced her to do it. It was nothing, so don't worry about it, okay? She's been like this since last night, you know? Can you take responsibility for this? Nope, you're right. They're wearing different outfits. And I recognize the girls now. Huh? Responsibility? For what? For what? As we both turn around slowly to look at Rina, our gazes drifted downwards to the massive handbag she was carrying. Bra uvu gal. It didn't seem logically feasible that it would be entirely filled with lunchboxes. Except this was Rina we were talking about here. About 2 kilos, I guess. When Rina was picking it up, I could see she was struggling a bit. I say 5. You're exaggerating. Ichi-kun is a boy after all. I thought he could probably eat a lot. I made a lot, okay? Haha, let's get going. Heave ho! Just from the way she was lifting it up, I couldn't believe the only thing in there were lunchboxes. Very uwu. Correction, I say 5 kilos too. I'll help out, but all of it needs to be eaten. I won't forgive if you make Rina sad, got it? The only thing I could do at that moment was exercise a bit to make myself hungrier. 5 kilos of food, great. No, it's not. It's not an SMT reference. Heave ho! Heaving something is pulling it up. Having finished with the pleasantries, we began our leisurely stroll. A carefree walk bathed in the gentle morning sunlight. I couldn't even have imagined something so wholesome existed during my time in the city. There were the boonies after all. No slovenly desk jockeys trudging to work on the weekends out here. It really was a nice place, peaceful and quiet. As sparsely populated as the village was, you could still run into people just by walking around. Ah, good day, good day. Oh, you would be my Barakun, I believe. My two companions exchanged greetings with everybody we ran across. All of these passerbys even knew my name. Heave-ho, hee-ho. Yeah. Ivano did explain it very well. When past three people, when all three of them knew me, I started to feel a bit paranoid. It's a bit sad to say. Everybody knows everyone since there were so few people here in Hinamazawa. Funny looking snowman with just a hat saying Hiho. Where did I see that? In SMT probably. So that means when an unfamiliar face walks by, they automatically assume it's a Maebara fella who just moved here. Yeah, that's how it works out. It was a process of elimination. You could only pull off in a place like this, but it was quite effective. But like Ivano said, they said heave-ho, not hee-ho. From now on, I'd better make sure to maintain a good reputation. The day I'm discovered accidentally gawking at a dirty magazine in the bookstore, I can expect all the villagers labeling me as a lech by the next day. Because you fucking are a lech, cunt. Hinamizawa is not to be trifled with. Not the end of this nightmare. Of course I know them. The first person we met was the old man Takezu from the Makino bike shop. Jack Frost is in SMT, all Higurashi has his lollies. His hobbies are bonsai and playing the flute. Oh, I'm pretty sure a bike shop owner likes to play himself the flute a little bit. If you know what I mean, huh? Do you know what I mean, huh? Playing the flute? Yeah, playing the flute. Next, we meet the grocer's second son, Daisuke-kun. His hobby is sharpshooting, and he hopes that to be an ace sniper in the future. And the person we just met was Miyu-san, the nurse from the clinic. Her hobbies are birdwatching and photography. You know the names of everyone we passed by, and even their profiles? Seeing my surprise, Mion and Rina exchanged looks and burst into laughter. Well, yeah, we're not like the city. If people hardly know their neighbors. Then let's try it out. You there. Who am I? Ah, you're Keiichi Maebara. You say some mean things, but you're actually a kind, shy person. It's been 3 weeks since you've transferred here. Your hobby is talking and taking afternoon naps. Lately you switched over to wearing boxers, didn't you? That's enough. That's enough. But boxers? Enough of that. Apparently there is absolutely nothing you can keep hidden. Hinamizawa was not a place to be traveled with. No, not at all. It's a small little community. And you all know what small little communities mean. Being held accountable for being a weirdo. And sometimes a bit too much. And they ostracize you. And treat you like fucking shit because you're just a tiny too weird. This feels more like you guys are showing me off rather than showing me around. That's right. We are parading around like this after all. Don't you all think so too? That Kei-chan is fitting right in here in Hinamizawa? The population in Hinamizawa is shrinking. So the villagers welcome anybody who's new here. I thought about brushing it off with something to the effect of, "You're kidding me," but I held back. Had I ever greeted someone who just moved into the city like this before? Thinking about that made me believe what they said wasn't a joke at all. We passed another person. Of course, we were called out again the same way. Oh my, good day. It's wonderful seeing you getting along. This lady here is Fujishima-san. Good day. Oh my, Mabera-kun. How wonderful for you having a lovely girl in each arm. How are you? Getting used to the life here? Ivano, I'm working at summoning computer and computer arm. I want one summoning computer gauntlet. Hell yeah! Ivano wants one. You're not. Ivano is down. Very down. Okay. Gotta summon them demons. You're summoning demons in Higurashi too, I can smell it. Absolutely. Instead of regurgitating a prepared response like I would have in the city, I responded with an empathetic nod. The old woman chuckled, voicing her appreciation of how energetic I was. You didn't say shit. Good. As I looked back over to Rina and Mion, they gave me a wink. So now then, about time to have lunch, maybe? Maybe? Rina's brilliant smile signaled that the approach of an event that both Mion and I were trying to forget. We both looked at each other. I'm a man. I'll do what I can, but it's too much. It's fine, Kei-chan. Leave it to the old man. Mio has never seemed as reliable as she does right now. I expect no less from the class representative. Rina, if we are going to eat, we might as well go somewhere with a good view. Yeah. Why, yes, good idea. I agree. Rina nodded her head happily in response to Mion's proposal. Oh, we are going to the temple, huh? The fucking temple. There's a theme going on here. Resting the top of a stone stairway, a shrine drawn straight out of my imagination appeared before us. It had worn down a bit through the years, but the fallen leaves had been swept up, giving it a tidy feeling. This here is Furuda Shrine. It's probably the place with the best view around. This place, be sure to remember it. On our next break, a festival will be held here. Isn't it a bit too early in the season for a festival? The Watanagashi isn't a summer festival. Long ago, it used to be a celebration of the end of winter. I was embarrassed for assuming that festival had to be held in summer. Now then, spread out the lunchboxes, and there. Various colored lunchboxes were placed one after the other on top of a plastic sheet. It sure did smell delicious. It probably is. I feel like if Rena cooks, you're in for a treat. It was Rena's home cooking. It went without saying that it would be delicious. But is it even possible to finish all of this? Hey, Mion. It'll take more than just a good view to get all this down, you know. Good afternoon. It was Rika-chan and Satoko. Of course those two girls were there. I like the smell of gasoline in the morning. Oh, we gonna need more than gasoline. But, yeah. Why are they here? Mion grinned over at me. I see. This was a secret plan to power in numbers. You have my thanks, Mion. Following up when all the pieces are in place is my speciality. We just had to come since there was such a commotion. What is the meaning of this? Take a look. Gasoline smell nice. Yeah. It also destroys your brain cells. Take a look. It's time for lunch, buffet style. A handmade gourmet meal by Rena. I can see that much. Why have you laid out a tarp on our property? The temple is public ground, it's not yours. Hey, she's right. This is everyone's property. Wow, Rika-chan is such a good girl. Yeah, she is. Have a seat. Eat with us. Barbecue smoke smells good. Jesus Christ, people, stop inhaling shit that's it's not meant to be inhaled. Barbecue smoke. Please. Wow, Rika-chan. After opening a spot for Rika-chan, I promptly turned my back to Satoko. And hey, all the toxic things like a homeless. No. No, we don't do that. We are safe. Stay. No glue. No gasoline. No fumes. Just nice coffee. Hold on a second. Where's my spot? No spot for you, nothing for you to eat. But don't worry, there's some for you too. No, I'll eat all of hers. I will not allow that, Rika! Here, chopsticks. Both Satoko and I leaped at the boxes, having it out with each other. Yes! What about the smell of fresh bread? That is a good smell. I love the smell of fresh bread. Man, really, Kei-chan, you're really good at leading people on. You might have a talent for this. Have a plate, one for me-chan and Rika-chan too. Rina whipped out a pair of chopsticks and paper plates. If we don't hurry, it'll be all eaten up. That's right, okay. Shall we commence this battle? Please eat a lot. There's enough for everyone. Rina said she's opened as she opened up a terminal. Jesus Christ, I can't read today. It's so bad. All right, I'm gonna do I'm taking a break here because my reading is completely off today. I'm back in 2 hours on Kick with the Yap and Ivano and Lacerto. We have topics to go through, a few actually. So be there or be square. Other than that, you'll hear from me next week. I'm gonna announce it here real quick. It's not really important for most of you that are in here. I will go on a social media break for 3 weeks, starting on Monday. I'll announce the details on Sunday on Twitter. And I will be off socials except for YouTube and Discord. So I'll be still around on these two platforms. Other than that, I will not have anything. Yeah. You have a nice evening too, Unit. Thank you. And yeah, that's basically just a short announcement at the end of the stream. Streams will resume normally. I will post the schedules here as community posts on YouTube, and you can then decide if you want to join or not. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you all on Kick in 2 hours. If not, take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye!